Hey, good morning, everybody. Rory Powers with Right Line Trading. And I just want everybody to know that this broadcast is for educational and demonstration purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. With that being said, we're going to be highlighting the AI Auto Trader today, fully automated system. Once the strategies are enabled within the NinjaTrader 8 platform, the system will execute and manage the positions on your behalf. And we had a really exciting day yesterday. We watched one of our strategies really run up the score. Over $4,000 in profits. And we have a member of our community, Robert, who overnight took that template and did his magic. Ran it through the strategy analyzer on NinjaTrader. He's very proficient with it. Extremely knowledgeable. Gave me some optimized settings, so I've got two variations running today. And we'll keep an eye on those. Good morning, Marcia. Good morning, Stapleton. Good morning, Vince. In beautiful Pennsylvania. And I was looking at the Forex Factory. We have a couple of news reports. They look like they had orange flags next to them. So nothing major today. But we'll take a quick look. $8:30 this morning. By the way, if you're with us this morning, it's a blessing. It is Wednesday, July 24th. At 8:30 this morning, there was goods trade balance and the preliminary wholesale inventories, month over month. Oh, I take it back. We do have a red folder. At 9:45, Flash Services PMI. Be really careful. 9:45, I would hold off unless if you're one person that likes to take risk. Those news reports can be a double-edged sword. They can lead to very quick, big profits, and on the flip side of the coin, they can wipe you out. Here's a nice signal A on the haymaker. Ooh, that's a beauty. It lines up nicely with the 2-minute. Let's watch this trade. This is really a nice entry. Our 15 is above the 50. But they are both reds pointing down, and our 2-minute lines up. Boom, that is off to the races quickly. Let's see if we break this. Man, I like the entry from the minute I saw it. Haymakers wasted no time. Got some selling pressure here at the open. Looks like it broke. Oh, pop back. All right. Great trade to start the session on the haymaker. Boy, that happened really fast, and that was a beauty. That was a signal A on the haymaker. Haymaker is a signal A entry. If we didn't have that pivot, that area of support, it would have entered again short. But we have some conditions that we try to filter out losing trades. We don't want to trade directly into a pivot or an area of support or resistance. So if this blue line, which is an area of support, is within 60 ticks of our entry, we stand aside. There was a lot of selling pressure. Now we're in. I'm going to get a trade copy already for a signal A. I'm going to look for a retracement back to the 50 and a continuation down. So let me fumble with my trade copier for just a moment. I'm going to actually build a new one. The way I build my trade copier is I go to a new chart, and I'm going to just put on the ES with no template, change it to a daily, 10 days. And then I'm just going to load the indicator. This is from Affordable Indicators. This duplicate account actions. Just one. And then my copier comes up, and I can pick my leader account, and I'm going to put the Signal A drone, and I'm going to trade it on an evaluation account, which is number 27. And we'll lock it up. And I'm going to do another window. This is the NQ30A. And I'm going to duplicate that in a new tab. But on this one, I'm going to put my Signal B drone. Lock it up. Rename the tab. And the Nasdaq's been red hot lately. With our one-day passes, that 2 minutes just on fire. So we're a bit oversold right now on this. So I'm waiting for a retracement. I'm afraid to jump in now. We're pretty far off the 50. So I'd really like to get a pullback to the 50. My RSI line will come up into this green area, and then we would hope for a roll to the short side, a continuation in the trend that institutional money is creating. And that's really our mandate with this trading system, is we want to follow in the footsteps of the trend that institutions are creating. So we're slowly getting our retracement. Could give us this old sidestep and then pushed back down. I've seen that happen a lot. We did get this bullish engulfing candle here, which oftentimes leads to a reversal. And that's going to actually be part of our pattern recognition exit. And when we get a bullish engulfing candle, like we did right here, it would exit that trade. The Russell took off. So let's take a quick look at our leaderboard, just so we know how things have performed pre-market. What came to the top so far is our NQ30 ranges, which I'm focusing on right now. Gold, the Signal A gold. Some good volatility in gold. And Steven has jumped right back out with a $270 profit this morning. The gold Signal A is in a monster trade right now. And this NASDAQ could push down. So I think I'm going to enable my Signal B. I need my LIQUIDITY to be locked, which could put us in a little late on this move. So I think what I'm going to do is turn it off. And I'm going to wait for a retracement again. I don't want to get in too late. There's just such tremendous volume. So the one-day passes, this 2 minute, let me tell you something. If you remember, if you're running this system, I'm here to tell you that like the RTY was hot a few weeks ago, that 2 minutes on fire. Running pre-market, That 2-minute is on fire. Got a big move down. Now the signal B just jumped in. I didn't enable it. I felt it was going to get in too late, and I wanted to wait for a retracement. And you could see the trade here. And it did what I kind of thought it would do. So I'm waiting for a pullback. We're going to look for that signal A drone. Here we go. Now the signal A is coming into play. So what I'm going to do is on this trade copier, I'm going to turn it on now. And I'm going to look for a roll to the short side into the direction of this trend. Let's see how much of a retracement we get. Our 2-minute is lined up for a short trade. Now we're retracing right back to the mean. And here we go. Let the games begin. The Russell's launched off to the moon. Let's see if we can get into this trade. We're very close to this blue line, this area of support. If we have 60 ticks of clearance, it'll trigger. If not, it won't. Let's keep an eye on Steven. Steven is that record breaker that was on fire yesterday. Let me see if I can find that chart. We'll have to keep an eye on it. Here we go with the signal A. We are in. So I've got this trade copied to my Apex evaluation account. Good volume.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Just need a little more room, I think. All right, so I lost $50. So very little risk for a potential really nice reward. Let me pull up that Steven chart. It's off to the races again. Here it is. Let's put it on the right account. And I've got a couple variations of it running. One on a, if I remember correctly, a 30-second. Let's put this on Steven. We got that 9:45 report. I'm going to turn my strategy off. At 9:45, we have the PMI, flash manufacturing, flash services. So the PMI has a red folder on this Forex Factory. So I'm going to turn any live account that I have off for the time being. A 1-day pass, you might as well leave it on because it could really give you a boost. But for the live trading, I'm going to step aside and watch the news report and see how the system performs, and consider it a learning experience. We have crude inventory today at 10:30, and then at 4 o'clock, the FOMC, Bowman, and Logan are speaking. The optimized version that Robert shared with me, I believe it starts. He has a window between 10 and 10:30 it trades, and then it begins again a little bit later. He changed the size of the Unarenko a little bit. Not a lot, a little. But the 30-second data series, the strategy that runs on a 30-second bar, there's the report. It didn't affect the NASDAQ much yet. And boom, it's off. That's signal A. Yeah, I turned mine off. News reports do cause a lot of volatility, and that signal A thrives on volatility. Okay, good. I sidestepped a couple losers there on my Apex just by standing aside on that news report. I think I'm going to go ahead and enable it now, though. Oh, you know what? I'm going to wait till things settle down just a little bit more. Looks like it's very choppy. It's trying to find a direction. Steven is a loose cannon. Here we go. So we're setting up again for, if we break through this area of support, we might have some running room to the downside. Let me take a look at the comments. Hey, Steve. No problem. Glad you're with us this morning. Wow, look at gold. Look at gold. Signal A drone. Caught a monster on gold. We just tested that area of support and it bounced. Let's spread this out just a little bit. We're looking for a break. Now, gold on the signal B is getting ready to launch off. Our MACD crossed. We got a MACD cross, and we've got confirmation in our Laguerre is pinned to the long side. So that gold entry to the long side looks pretty juicy. Everything is lined up perfectly on that trade. I lost the chart. Sorry about that. So I've got the signal A on the 30 range enabled. Now I'm looking for this short roll. If we have 60 ticks of clearance, one of my conditions is it cannot take a short trade with a green 50 to prevent a counter trend trade. So now we're switching to a signal B.
submitted.
I'm going to reset my... I ran my signal B pre-market. It took some losers, so I'm just going to reset my 30B. Hey, good morning, Suzanne. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, so what's come up over the radar? Gold, gold, gold. Keep an eye on gold. That signal A is very volatile. We must be getting big moves up and down, which we are. Getting a retracement now. Gold pre-market, our strategy is up 680. Report came out at 9:45, and we got that kind of a first move down, but now it's kind of an indecision. What I wanted to do on my bear chart, on the chart that shows the indicators, is put that pattern recognition indicator on and enable the bullish. Look at this Russell. Wow, this Russell's flying today. First up, now down. Very good movement on the Russell. And what I was going to do on the bear chart, I was mentioning these charts that I'm showing here on YouTube, they have the images in the back that don't show the indicators that the system is leveraging. I do have a chart open that does. I was going to put the pattern recognition indicator on and put on the bullish engulfing and bearish engulfing. They're really great signals for reversals, really. Here we go with the signal A. This looks pretty juicy. The problem here is we're so oversold on our 2-minute. And it's kind of consolidating on a 2-minute chart. So just going to not trade the NASDAQ at the moment. Let me see if I can find that bear chart and show you what I'm talking about. Might be this one. Yeah. Now this chart actually shows the indicators that the system is leveraging. And I wanted to add and we're going to enable bearish engulfing and bullish engulfing. And let me just see what colors they are. Bearish engulfing is red. Bullish engulfing, green. Very easy to recognize. Looking at my 2-minute chart, I just wouldn't take a trade on the 30 range right now. It's just in that channel. It's in consolidation, and it's going to get chopped to pieces. It almost looks like I have the consolidation indicator on there. But those are actually, I think, pivots. Hey, good morning, Brandon. I lost my chart. There it is. So here you could see we got a bullish engulfing. That was that green bar. And it told us, hey, this trade's getting ready to reverse to the upside. Same thing here. So those are really good indications of reversals. We're using them right now for exits on our pattern recognition. Kind of a smart exit. Here we got a bearish engulfing, and it reversed to the downside. Well, look at this Russell. You know what? I might take the Russell on a signal A strategy. So if I go to a new strategy, since it's flying the way it is, I can build a new strategy on the Russell by loading my Russell template. I'm just going to load the cash cow, the RTY cash cow. Try to keep it very simple.
Order submitted.
And I want it to trade now, so I'm just going to check my trading hours, 7 to 11. That's fine. And this is taking, I'm going to do the 50 signal because it's very oversold right now. So I want a retracement and then a continuation down into the trend. And I'm going to put this on my evaluation account, which is number 27. So now I'm in business on this cash cow. And we'll see if we can get a retracement and then a continuation down. The market is extremely oversold right now on the Russell. Now we're getting our retracement. And this is just kind of what we wanted to happen. We wanted to retrace back to the 50, which it's kind of doing now. If I put my 15 and 50 back on the chart, let's make those visible. And we're getting a retracement back to the 50. Okay. See if we can get in. We're right into that pivot. Man, we planned it out nicely. The only problem is we got that pivot in our way. Things went to plan. Let's look for that break here, this area of support. I seem to have a lot of selling pressure. Hey, John. Great job, John. Mostly on gold. Let's get together today. No problem. Better late than never. I'm getting ready with that B. Here we go. Let's see if we can get in on this signal B. And Q30 range, signal B. We get this break to the downside, it's going to fly.
Order submitted.
Ah.
Order submitted.
There goes gold. John, Ryle. John, you made your money. I wouldn't touch it. If I made 2,500, I'd be in the down by the refrigerator looking for lunch.
Order submitted.
It bounced. There it goes. Boy, that thing now it's going up a mile. Come on, kick in now with the signal B. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get some follow through now. Look at that. Came right back on us. Let's give it a little more room. I think it wants to go. We're stuck in this consolidation pattern. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. All right, I'm down 290 on that account. I think that 50 filter is, well, here we go. We could take a long trade now on the Russell if this continues to the upside. Okay, 10:30. We got the crude oil report.
Order submitted.
What time's good to call, John? Good question. Between 1 and 5 is fine. Choppy conditions.
Order submitted.
Oh, we got into this trade. Oh, didn't work out well, did it? Took a long.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Crude oil looks like it's stuck in molasses. There's good volume on the NASDAQ. It's just not moving much.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Actually, we got back in here. Let's take a look at this trade here. Might need more room. Looks like it's awfully close to my stop. See if we can get this one to run for us.
Order submitted.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to pin my stop to my 15. And let it trail. I got it on a momentum-based trailing stop. So let's see if we can get some follow-through now to the downside. I'm going to move my profit target just right above that area, right here.
Order submitted.
Oh, we're back in the NASDAQ as well. Come on, give me some follow-through now to the upside. It's one of those days on the NASDAQ. It's just very difficult.
Order submitted.
It's a very choppy market on the NASDAQ.
Order submitted.
Let's see if we can get this break. Come on, Russell. Come all the way back down.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Some real nice volatility on this Russell. It's popping back on me quick. All right. Got a nice trade. I wish it was kept going, but it didn't. We got at 10:30. We got the crude oil inventory report. This is what has come over the radar this morning. Stephen is nowhere to be found. We've got the YM all over the place, and crude oil. YM and crude oil are doing well.
Order submitted.
The YM 1-day pass missed. But the signal B is on fire, which means it's really trending. Holy moly, look at that. Look what it did on the YM. Look at this entry. It took this short down to here, cleared the pivot, got back in, rode it straight down, jumped back in. It took a loser. But it's up $1,000 on that big move down. Let's look for this break here on the NASDAQ. We've been trying to break this area. Let's put a YM signal B. I'm going to switch it over to my evaluation account.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted.
Nice, Stephen. Hey, Rahul. I know. I'm so sorry. My wife and I kind of have our hands full here. Our 5-year-old is very mischievous, and school has not started yet. Boy, I could tell you some stories of what this girl does. It's just I guess she gets it from me. God's giving me a little payback. Ooh, I keep wanting to get in these signal A's, but there's always an area of support blocking it on that 30 range. And then when the B lines up, we're too far oversold. Congratulations, Stephen. 1030. You made $2,000 on your NQ 50,000 PA. How'd you do it? How did you do it? Inquiring minds want to know.
Order submitted.
On which instrument? Well, you traded 10 on your PA account. Wow, that's pretty brave.
Order submitted.
Yes. Marcy. Getting another big reversal here. Trying to get into this trade to the short side on 27. I need this to get pinned. This pink line I need to pin down again. I need a lot of momentum, a big push to the downside. The YM's been really volatile this morning, really trending, I should say, straight down. This is getting in with very tight stops, too tight. It's just not giving it enough room. I'm going to disable this strategy. That's the one on the RTY. RTY.
Order submitted.
All right. Maybe we catch a nice trade on crude. One of the optimizations that Robert made is running in RAW. Account name is RAW. And that's on that prime time. Robert optimized. Let's look and see which one that is. RAW. That's on the 7 Unarenko. It's a 7 Unarenko. It's out of the trade now. Now Kim is the other one that he optimized that I'm running. And that one's the one that's running on the 32nd bar size. I think this Dow is ready to make a big retracement. I can't see how much further down it could go. My signal A is getting blocked by that pivot. And it's getting blocked by this pivot. So it's keeping me out of trouble. Left to my own devices, I could do some damage to a trading account. That's one good thing about this. It prevents us from making foolish decisions. When I start trying to manually enter trades, it's a disaster. If I'm patient, I let the system get into them. My chances of success increase. There goes the Russell again. I turned that one off. Let's go to the Russell. Let's go to the gold. Let's watch gold. Hey, Stapleton, I am. Let me show it to you. Listen, that was a really aggressive strategy. I want you to know. Historically, it was about a 50-50. I think over 2 months, it's up $3,000 or $4,000, but it pulls in a lot of losers, and I knew that going in. So I gave it to Robert, who's really good at optimizing these strategies. Let me see if I can find the chart. I think it's this one. Nope. It's running on a NQ8U. Maybe this one? Yeah. Okay, this is the Stevens strategy today. It's down 470. Yeah, I kind of reined in. Let me restart it. When I shared it yesterday, what I did was I put in the profit and loss limit a lot tighter because it was so aggressive. But yesterday I was kind of running it wide open. The Steven optimized 30-second is down 550. But his 7-unit Renko is down about the same, but it's in a really nice trade now. Let's look at that RAL account.
Order submitted.
Let me get to the right edge. So this is the one now that was optimized using the strategy analyzer by one of our members. It's having a rough go out of it today. It's nothing like yesterday so far. All right, let's get ready for crude oil. I always like to play the crude oil report. I know the news reports cause a lot of volatility, so I'm going to go with the crude black gold strategy. Steven optimized is right back in. This is a strategy we're just running to test it, see how it goes.
Order submitted.
We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes for the crude report. So far, this is not the day to trade the NASDAQ, I can tell you that. Let me get ready for this report. Maybe we'll have some luck with crude. So I've got this black gold strategy, I see. And it's got a 20 tick stop. We're going to go for 60 ticks. We could always manage it once it executes. And we'll put that in number 27. I've laid off on my PA accounts today. I just didn't feel 100% confident. So this is all set up for today's report. We're going to risk 20 ticks, and we're going to go for 60. And we can always manage the position if it does execute. So we're looking for a big reversal. Let me see if we have any filters in there, just so I know. On the signal A, we're just clear pivots, clear volume zone. So we're not using that 50 signal. So if we get a big pop to the upside at this crude report, we could light it up. That's the goal. Holy moly. Congratulations, Robert. That is phenomenal. 10 contracts. Nice. Holy moly. Listen, as soon as I sign off, there's going to be a huge move down on the NASDAQ. Watch. It's trying to break through there. And the times that it has broken through it, there was no follow through though. It went down a little bit, but then it came right back on us. Okay, let's see if we could time out this signal A entry. Let's go to our Apex account. I've got it enabled. Let me make sure it's enabled. Yep, I've got it enabled. And it's right around the time the crude oil one-day pass, which has been doing really well. The number one ODP. I always say, what have you done for me lately? Oh, here we go with the upside on the signal A. Pop this in. Let me see if I have it enabled. Nope.
Order submitted.
10:30 is our. Oh, we just got into crude. Just got into crude. We're going to be in it. I was hoping for the report, which is a little risky, very risky.
Order submitted.
It's just not, the NASDAQ's just not going anywhere. It's just very, very choppy.
Order submitted.
Gold is retesting the 24.27, 24.28. You can see on my 2-minute NASDAQ what's going on here. It's stuck. David Wise calls that a compression zone. A compression zone. Mark used to call it consolidation. I like to call it sideways action. Ooh, there goes the report. It went our way, maybe.
Order submitted.
I'm going to squeeze it a little bit. Oh, let me give it some room. Go ahead. Pop up. Pop up. Yes. Keep going, baby. Now I'm going to squeeze it a little. Keep going. Keep going. Nice. Break right on through. Oh, no, don't come back.
Order submitted.
Come on. Give me one good trade.
Order submitted.
$10 a tick on crude. This can get us back on the board if it continues up.
Order submitted.
Got a good little bounce on that crude inventory report.
Order submitted.
Our stop is right about on the 15 EMA. Go ahead. Keep going up. Volume's about just under 1,000 contracts a minute on crude. So we got some good volume. Boy, that's some trade on Netflix, Robert. You got me thinking. 10 contracts. I'm doing the math in my head. That was a nice score. I know we're coming into earnings. I'm not sure when Netflix reports. Is that from an earnings report, Robert? $6:40 call, July 26th. You're pretty close to expiration. Expires this week. Come on, don't run out of gas on us. Help me out here, Vincent. Keep going.
Order submitted.
This is one of those days. This is one of those sessions that just not even trade NASDAQ. Don't even look at it. I mean, keep an eye on it, but sooner or later it's going to go one way or the other. It's just completely sideways on us for most of this session. All right, well, we got back a couple $100 on that crude. We might catch this short roll down to the downside now. Let's keep an eye on this. Let's see if we can get the old 1-2 punch.
Order
Yeah, we
submitted.
did. We're back in. Come on. Let's attach it right to the 15.
Order submitted.
Ten contracts. Yes, I can, Kush. Oh, yeah, today at 1 o'clock. David, the Kush. Man, the Kush has been on a real hot streak. He's up to 12 funded accounts. Congratulations, Kush. The answer is yes. I meant to tell you. If you go to the website, you'll see it, Kush. Here we go with the signal B on that NASDAQ. Where'd my copier go? It might have just broke through. It's trying to break through now. Let me bring my copier up. Here it is. Sorry about that. Oh, we'll give it one shot on this signal B. I'm down 435. I was up about 500 from yesterday. It's just still stuck. But what I want to do is I want to put a link in the room because our prop trading professional, Mr. David Kushner, we lovingly, endearingly call him the Kush. Extremely disciplined trader. Has a rules-based system to trade prop accounts, and he's going to be sharing it today. I'm going to enable that signal B and try to get into this short roll. The signal B's been getting crushed all day long, but I'm looking at the 2-minute, and it looks like it finally is breaking down through that channel right up here. Nope. Still hung up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the chat box. Let me see if I can get that YM signal B drone. Looks like it's going to go down to the downside again. Signal A. YM signal B. Sorry about that. I just want to put David Kushner. Let me go back to David Kushner. Today at 1 p.m. Eastern, right after we sign off, you got enough time for a quick lunch? Well, a good lunch. You have an hour, hour and a half. And then at 1 o'clock, Kush is going to be doing a webinar. He's got a really etched in stone set of rules that he follows. And he's got a really great prop trading program. It comes with a number of tutorial videos. You get time in the live trading room, and a really powerful set of tools with the money flow tracker system. It also has an automated feature.
Order submitted.
Apex 27 is in somewhere. Let's see where. Oh, I'm in two positions. I'm on the NASDAQ short and the YM. Oh, I did get into the YM trade. Which one's my leader account here? The Signal B.
Order submitted.
Out of that one.
Order submitted.
YM short.
Order submitted.
Well, that's my last trade on my Apex account. Today was really a rough day. I was just trading that one eval account. And I'm just going to disable everything on it and live to fight another day tomorrow. Today it just wasn't my day. And I recognize it. I'm not a pain freak. Anything with Apex is coming off. Okay. It's a choppy, choppy day. I think the only instrument that I did halfway decent on was crude oil. The prop trading room. Here it is, a rules-based prop trading plan. It's Cush's presentation today at 1 p.m. Eastern. Excuse me, I'm going to bring up my notepad. Sorry about that. I'd be lost without my notepad, I'll tell you. I wouldn't know what to do next. In the description of this live stream, if you look in the description, you'll see we have a number of links, some new links that we just added. And I'm also going to put in this chat a registration link for today's webinar at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. 1 p.m. Eastern, a rules-based prop trading strategy. And the Kush is extremely disciplined. The one thing that I want to recognize him for is he's one of these traders that really channels out the emotion. He would be, if you were going to say a polar opposite to Kushner, would be an over trader. That's the opposite of Kushner. Kush will only take a trade if everything is lined up technically, and he has a etched in stone set of rules that he's going to share today at 1 o'clock. And if you're a prop trader trading a PA account, and you want to adhere to all the guidelines and get payouts, you've got to have etched in stone rules. If not, you'll be like kind of a sailboat without a mast, without a rudder. You'll be all over the place. I keep thinking the Nasdaq's going to break, and it never does. So I struck out. So as juicy as it looks, I'm going to leave it in sim. I can always go to my PA account now because I haven't touched it today. I've got a few PA accounts myself that I'm being ultra conservative, which is how David plays it. I'm looking at my 2-minute here, and it looks like it broke out of that channel. So it's just not going anywhere. Good volume. It's been doing this the whole session. It's turning 2,000 contracts a minute. It's just not going anywhere, though. There's no volatility. It's a ranging market. In a ranging market, the only way to play it is with a signal A entry. And up until now, that area of support has blocked me on every signal A. When it retraces up to the 50, on the roll down, I'm caught up in being blocked by an area of support. No way. Excuse me. I just saw Marcy congratulated John. I didn't know what for. That's unbelievable, John. Great day. So now I know that's fully automated. If you're at the refrigerator, sometimes that's when we get our best trades, is when we're not even looking. We can't sabotage ourselves. Boy, I love this short trade on the NASDAQ 30. Good volume. We're climbing up to 3,000 contracts a minute. And we've got a really cool tool I was going to show you. It's called the NDT. It's a trade execution platform that Kushner's going to be highlighting today for discretionary trading. With the click of a mouse, it's a semi-automated strategy that we build on NinjaTrader. In fact, I'll show it to you real quick. If I go to my strategies and I build a new strategy, and we'll use the NDT strategy, and I'm going to put it on the NASDAQ on a 30 range. This is pretty cool. And I put the same data series as my chart, which is a 30 range. And I'll use my sim account. And when I enable that NDT strategy, what comes up, let me see if it came up. Didn't come up.
Order submitted.
Let me see if I have another NDT here. Yeah. Oh, that's why. NDT.
Order submitted.
I really like this short trade. Let me see if I can get it to come up. Where is it hiding? I'll have to play around with it later. I can't show you right now. It's for one reason or another. It's not coming up. Maybe if I pin it to my chart. Let's try that. Trying to find where it is. Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay, cool. So what comes up is this right here. This is our NDT strategy. So if I put it on a stop limit order, I can choose my ATM strategy, one that I have saved. Let's say it's the NQ 2 contracts. And I could sell on a down close. And if that candle closes to the downside, it'll get in the trade. If it closes to the upside, it'll cancel the order. Let me show it on a bear chart. With that image, you couldn't really see it. Okay. So here, if I put it on, this is my trade execution platform. So I'm always on top. And what I could do is have it exit on a line change. So it has a built-in momentum-based trailing stop. So now if I wanted to take this trade on a down close,
Order submitted.
Wait, let's put it on the right account. It has to match the Apex account, Apex 27. So now everything matches. So if I was to sell on a down close, it'll have a pending order on my chart. So it'll only pop me into the trade if momentum is headed right down into my entry. And now I'm in the trade, and I have a profit target and a stop on my chart, and it has a momentum-based trailing stop already built in. It's going to exit on the line change. So that's how the NDT works. Trying to close it with a little bit of profit. And it has a couple of really cool features. It's something called the good until cancel, which is really cool. Not going to be able to show it today, but in the future I will show that good until cancel, because for reversals, it's man, can it grab reversals better than any trade execution platform I've seen. All right, I don't want to blow out my evaluation account. I'm just going to close it. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So that's the NDT, the trade execution platform, and it's for discretionary trading. It's a semi-automated strategy that when it's enabled, it requires the user to click the mouse and sell on a down close, sell on an up close, or you can enter the trade instantly and have some really unique trade management features that are built into the strategy to simplify things for us. And let me just highlight the trades that we're taking so far. I think we're going to call it a day at 11. The NQ 2-minute. I'll say it again. This one is red hot. Let me pull up a performance. Just do the last few weeks. This is the NQ 2-minute 1-day pass. And you could see here the last 5 trading sessions. This is the P&L. It's $8,500. It's up. And the profitability rate on this is 66%. So I always talk about the what have you done for me latelys. The NQ 2-minute has done a lot for us lately. I was talking to Jack yesterday, one of our members, and he wanted to trade the. I recommended trading both the 30 range and the 2-minute because they were doing so well. But he wanted to. He really likes the haymaker, so we took off the 2-minute. Now I'm kicking myself for not pushing him to do it, because you could see, and listen. All of the decisions we make are really data-driven decisions. I always say, what have you done for me lately? And the ODP is passing 2 out of 3 the last 5 sessions. It's important to know. This is a hot one. NQ 2-minute ODP. And you can see the time analysis on it. If I go here to the hours of the day and get my entry time, between 8:30 and 9:30, it's got these 2 huge green bars. Tremendous amount of profit at 8:30, 36.84. At 9 o'clock, 37.26. So, and just that's 33 trades. It's not just 1 or 2 trades. It's quite a few trades. with 66% of them being profitable. They may not go all the way as winners. Like this morning, a perfect example. I saw it take two. It actually reached the $3,000 in 2 trades today. So if it doesn't hit it on the first one, it gets you halfway there. This morning is a perfect illustration of how it'll get it on the second trade. Let's look at that 2-minute really quick. Retirement plan. So if I put on my account the 1-day pass, it took 2 counter trend trades. No, excuse me. It took 1 counter trend trade. It went long, and it got into our profit window and got us almost there. It was up a couple thousand. Then we got a lot of sideways action, and then it caught a short trade into the direction of the trend, and it got very lucky. In that wick down, you could see that wick if I move my mouse. Right here, this white wick. It reached the 3,050 profit target for a 50,000 account, and it closed. And it's a good thing it did because it reversed right back. So in 2 trades this morning, it got us to 3,050 on that 2-minute ODP. So that's the hottest strategy right now, is that 2-minute ODP by far. Today we had a few surprises. Normally it's the NASDAQ beating them all out. Not today. Other than the 1-day pass, it was the YM, gold, the Russell. We're all on the leaderboard. Crude oil. So let me just take a look at the questions one last time. John's up 2,900. He automated the gold strategy. Kush, I'm going to Skype you in just a few minutes. I was looking for that NDT. I moved myself right out of the picture. Okay. So I want to listen. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I hope you'll be back tomorrow, God willing. I'll be back tomorrow on Thursday. And then Friday, it's Miller time. Next week, we're hoping to get the Kush back. I had a terrible day. You could see my Apex, my P&L on my Apex, 860. Yesterday I was up 570. Today 860 to the negative. So tomorrow it's a rubber match, and I hope you'll be here to join us. Don't forget, Kushner's doing a rule-based prop trading plan today at 1 o'clock. I put the registration link in the chat box. Please come and join us. Have a blessed day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.